Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do the end of the year tag, book tag. So this is originally done by Errol Brissett. I have done this in years past. I don't know if I did it last year. I know I did it probably the year before. But anyway, I finally got around to doing this. I meant to do this a couple weeks ago, but it didn't happen. So anyway, I'm just going to start that. I'll have her video linked down below. So, and the questions. So question number 1 is, are there any books you've started this year that you need to finish? So I have 3 books. 2 of them I've started this year. 1 I actually started last year, but they're ones I definitely want to be done by the end of the year. So the one from last year that I never finished was the Romantic Outlaws, The Extraordinary Life of Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley by Charlotte Gordon. I have this on audio, which I didn't write down who it was by, but I listened to it, you know, not too long after the pandemic started. So I got 110 pages in, and then I stopped. And so this is actually one of my BookTube spin books, so I do want to get to this and finish it this year. So that's why I put it on this list. So I won't read that. I had started sometime in the spring, Queen in Hiding, the first book in the 9 Realms by Sarah Zoloff. So this one, I was enjoying it, and I just got, it's April, I think, is notoriously for me for DNFing books. So this one unfortunately was one of the ones I just put it down, I set down. So this is a high fantasy about well, it starts out with a young girl who whose mother is the queen, and things are going badly there at the castle, and then kind of goes from there. I mean, I think the title kind of gives away what happens. But anyway, in the back really gives it away. So that's probably one of my problems, was that I didn't like the way that was. But I do want to get back to this. This is one of my 5-star predictions. I was enjoying it. It just, I got out of a fantasy mood at the time. So I would really like to finish this before the end of the year to know if I want to continue the series. Because I think I bought the 2nd book already. But it's a 4-book series. So I do want to come back to that one. And this is what I really want to get back to, is the Vicom de Bruglion by Alexandre Dumas. This is translated from the French by David Coward. This is book 3 in the D'Artagnan Romances series. I started this, I think, right after Christmas or right before Christmas or something like that, and I got about 160 pages in, but something had happened that I was just like, what is going on? And I just kind of lost it. And I know that like in 20 pages it changes perspective and changes things, so I really need to get back to this. So this is following D'Artagnan when now he's like in his 50s, and the rest of the guys are a little bit older than he is. And so we're following him, and we're also following Athos's son, and some other characters that we know from the other books. As I said, read them in order, don't read them out of order. Anyway, this is, as I said, I want to finish the D'Artagnan Romances next year, because I didn't, this is the year was supposed to do it, but it didn't happen. So I want to at least get 1 book done this year. So I said I have 100, so it's, yeah, I have about 500 pages left to this. So I do want to get this done before the end of the year. Sorry, now I'm just already talking way too much. Number 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? So I don't know if I really do, but this is a book I've been wanting to pick up since I bought it this summer. And that is The Reckoning of Gossamer Pond by Jamie Jo Wright. Again, I've heard a lot about her books, and they're all kind of the dual timelines and spooky stuff. And it's just, that to me is kind of fall vibes, I think. It's kind of spooky-ish. I don't know. I want to read that one. We'll see if I get to it, but I'd like to get to that. Number 3, is there a new release that you're still waiting for? There are 2. The first one is Perhaps the Stars by Ada Palmer. This is book 4 in the Terra Ignota series. Awesome, dystopian, utopian, futuristic book. I love the series. I'm just really waiting for that last book, and it's supposed to come, it got delayed. It was supposed to be in October, and now it's the first week of November. So, and I'm getting it from my library because it's hardback, so I'll get it then. And the other book that I'm getting physically is Brothers of the Wind by Tad Williams. This is a prequel to the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn and the Witchwood Crown series. This is following some of the Norn characters. And I'm really excited for this because I'm not sure how this is going to go. And I as I said, I bought this just kind of sight unseen kind of stuff. And it's not very long. It's like, as I said, it's like 270 pages. So it's not a huge book. But I definitely bought it hardback because I buy all his, especially the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn and the Witchwood Crown stuff. I buy all. And those are the two books that I have on pre-order, or have coming sometime in November that are just, I'm waiting so impatiently for those. Number 4, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So I do have one more book for my 5-star predictions that I haven't tried yet. I have failed at picking 5-star prediction books this time, and it probably is the last time I'm ever going to do that video. But I'd like to finish out the video by the end of the year. And so the last one I have to try is The House of the Riverton by Kate Morris. And I've never, Kate Morton. And I have like 4 of her books on my shelf, other ones. So I need to know if I like her or else I need to get rid of all her books. And that's the one I picked for that. I also want to get back to my reading of Vita Sackville West. Again, I collected all her books after reading All Passion Spent. And I want to get back to the books that I bought. And Challenge is the one I really want to read, because it was the one that didn't get published kind of the normal way, because it was probably too revealing of her own life because of her things that happened in her life. Let's just put it that way. So I really want to read this one. That's the only thing. Again, I would need to read more of her books, but that's the one I want to read. And Winter's Orbit by Everine Maxwell as my other BookTube spin book. I'd like to get to that. This is a sci-fi romance, so we'll see what happens. I don't know a lot about it. It has to do with, I think, 2 princes that have to get married. I don't know. And there's a mystery, I think. So those are the ones I want to read by the end of the year. Number 5, is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? It's possible. I don't know if anything is going to beat The Count of Monte Cristo. Sorry, that's a spoiler right there, but that is still my favorite book of the year. It's possible, but I don't know. We'll see. But I never, there's still a couple months. It still could happen. I never know. Number 6, have you already started making reading plans for the next year? Yeah, I've started thinking about it. And again, I always have bigger plans than I actually follow through with. And even the ones that I planned from last year, I didn't really do much with them this year. So I'm trying to be more realistic. And yet I still want to do it all. So we'll see. Like, I'm looking at a way to do a series challenge that's a little bit more concrete on what I need to get done than I did this year, because I just kind of said I wanted to focus on series, but I didn't do very good. I mean, I did good in some months, like, don't get me wrong, but I still have a lot of series that I need to continue and finish, and there's a lot of series I have the first books of that I still need to make decisions on, so I think that's still going to be a focus. But that's kind of, I don't know, there could be other things. There could be a big book kind of challenge in there. I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided. And there might be more. I like thinking about it, but I don't know what I'm going to do. So yeah, I've started thinking about reading plans. I already know what I'm reading for March of the Mammoths. So maybe that's kind of funny, but that's probably true. So anyway, that is the video. If you guys haven't done it, you can go ahead and do this. This, again, is something a lot of people do every year. As I said, I don't know if I did it last year. I can't remember. But those are the books I hope to get to before the end of the year. We'll see how many of those I get done. Anyway, I hope if you guys want to do this, let me know that you've done it, and I'll watch your videos. That'd be awesome. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.